A very grand namaste to one and all present in this respected classroom. I am Sakshi and present here with some of my friends from Standard 7C. And the topic we are going to be witness of is Mughal Empire at a glance. At first, I would like to thank our respected principal sir, Mr. Madan Mohan Mishra Acharya ji, and our subject teacher, Mr. Vikas Pandya Acharya ji, for giving us such a golden and great opportunity. Before the beginning of the video, I would like to request all the learners to keep a copy and pen in front of you and note down all the important topics. Because today we are going to explain in details about the first Mughal Emperor Babur to Aurangzeb. So at first I would like to call Behan Arya to explain about Babur. Behan Arya, please come.
A great namaskar to one and all present here. I am Arya and today I will explain about the founder of the Mughal Empire, that is Babur. Babur ruled for over 4 years from 1526 AD to 1530 AD. He defeated Ibrahim Lodi in the Battle of Panipat in AD 1526. He was the ruler of Delhi, but yet he was not the king of whole India. He defeated Rana Sanga and the cross-combined forces of Bengal. Also, he was interested in artistic temperance. He wrote his own autobiography, that is Tuzak-e-Babari or Babarnama, and kept it in his diary. We can say that he was an outstanding ruler. At last, I would like to say that Babur was the outstanding ruler with great artistic temperance. Thank you.
Thanks Behan Arya for sharing such insightful thoughts. Next, I would like to call Behan Anushka to explain about the second Mughal ruler, Humayun. Behan Anushka, please come.
A very grand namaste to one and all present in glittering classroom. I am Anushka and today I am here to explain about Humayun. It ruled in 1813 to 1814 and again ruled in 1856 to 1855. So, it was the greatest ruler. Humayun had to face the difficult task of stabilizing his empire. Its kingdom was surrounded by several hostile powers. This is included the Afghan chief, Sher, the ruler of Gujarat, and Bahaduri Shashuri, and his own brother Kamran, Indar and Ashkarik wandered from place to place. Finally, the ruler of Iran provided him to a place to stay, and Humayun died in 1856. So thank you, have a nice day.
That was really a excellent performance. Now, I would like to call Behan Riya to explain about the most powerful of Mughals and son of Humayun, Akbar. Behan Riya, please come and explain. A very addicted morning to one and all present in this glittering classroom. This is pleasure for me to introduce myself. It's me, Riya Gupta from Standard 7, and standing here in front of you to narrate the history of the great and most powerful king of the Mughal Empire, that is Akbar. As we all know that the Akbar was the son of Humayun, and after the death of Humayun, the Akbar became the emperor. And you know, Akbar was only of 13th years old when he became the emperor of the whole of the Mughals. And during his 50 years of rule, he proved that he was the worthiest king of the Mughal Empire. About his conquest, we can say that Akbar conquered Bengal, Gujarat, Kabul, Kashmir, Sindh, Kandahar with brave and courage. About his administration, during his administrative purpose, Akbar divided his whole empire into 50 provinces called Suba. The Suba were under the governance of Subedar. The Suba were further divided into Sarkar, and each Sarkar were divided into Pargana. Each Pargana had a number of villages. Akbar founded the Mansabdari system, Jagir system, land revenue system, and many of them to improve his empire. About his religious ideas, it is very important to know that Akbar was an Islam follower. But to being an Islam follower, he abolished the Jizya tax that is only taken from the Hindus. That was the greatest of the Akbar. That's all my words. regarding Akbar. Now I terminating my word. That's all for today. Enjoy your day. Thanks, Behan. Your performance was truly beyond of our imagination. Next, I would like to call Behan Divya for the explanation of 4th Mughal Empire, Jahangir. Behan Divya, please come.
Hari Om to all. Myself Angel, standing here to say some word about a Mughal ruler, Jahangir. Jahangir was considered as the most powerful ruler during the Mughal region. His name itself means conqueror of the world. He was the 4th Mughal ruler who ruled for a duration of 22 years from 1605 AD to 1627 AD. He was born on 31st August 1569 in Fatehpur Sikri with a name as Nur Uddin Muhammad Salim. He had married to Nur Jahan and he had a centralized administration system. He won the city of Orcha and Mewar. He died on 28th October 1627 AD in Kashmir. That's all for today. Thank you. Have a precious day.
Thanks, Behan. The information that you gave us was really very important. Now, I would like to call Behan Divya to explain about Shah Jahan. Behan Divya, please come.
Once again, a grand namaskar to all. It's Divya from Standard 7 and present here to explain about the life of a Mughal ruler, Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan was the 5th ruler of Mughal Empire. He was the 3rd son of Jahangir. Shah Jahan ruled 30 years. His reign is considered as the golden age of Mughal architecture. He was also called an engineer king. Many buildings are made by him, such as Jama Masjid, Red Fort and others. But the most famous of all is the Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal is made by Shah Jahan in the memory of his wife Mumtaz Mahal. Shah Jahan was a kind ruler and his region was generally peaceful. In AD 1657, Shah Jahan was taken seriously ill. A war of succession began among his 4 sons, in which Aurangzeb got the victory. He declared himself the new ruler of India and locked up his father Shah Jahan at the Agra fort. After some days, Shah Jahan died in AD 1666. That's all about Shah Jahan. Thank you. Have a awesome day.
Thanks, Behan. Your explanation was as beautiful as a dream in marble. Now, to explain about Aurangzeb, I would like to call Behan Rashmi. Behan Rashmi, please come.
A very warm good morning to one and all present in this extended classroom. I am Rashmi from Standard 7 and gonna explain about one of the ruler of the Mughal Empire, Aurangzeb. So, the rule year of Aurangzeb was from AD 1658 to AD 1707, nearly 50 years. His rule extended over almost the entire subcontinent, from Kashmir in the north to river Kaveri in the south and from Kabul in the west to Chittagong in the east. But he reversed the Akbar's policy on religious toleration. He also reimposed Jizya tax on Hindus. Therefore, he had a great difficult time on his last days. From AD 1700 to 1707, he remained in Deccan. At Aurangabad in AD 1707, he died with a little success but a great loss of wealth and prestige. His absence from the north created disorder and weakened the empire. This was all my views regarding this topic. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thanks, Behan. You were really a excellent explainer. And thanks to all the participants whose participant led us to this point of success. At last, I would like to say that hoping for crops without harvesting is just like hoping for success without hard work. That's all for today. Thank you.